to get Grace University 1-2-3. As we've reached the bottom of the fifth, the Cougars leading 1-0. James Dykstra still on the air with us in his 2 minor league seasons. A 3.48 ERA through 157 2/3 innings, a 9-11 record as he's gotten it done for the White Sox. And what's it been like? What's the main difference between college ball and making that transition? And is there a big difference in the hitters, or is it more just preparation and staying fit and making it through the long season and bus rides, I imagine?
Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit all of the above. You know, in college you can get away with the bottom half of the order on some teams where, I mean, in the minors everyone was that top hitter of their college or high school team, so every single person on that lineup could hurt you. And then, like you said, bus rides, I mean, you could play until 1, 2 in the morning if it's an extra inning game, and then you got a 9-hour bus ride that night.
And I'm assuming it's probably not luxury buses. You're pretty much trekking it everywhere you go, huh?
Oh yeah, well you get coached. I mean, they're not bad, but most of the time you have to double up with someone. You don't really get your own seat unless you're a veteran guy, and you know the bus driver is normally crazy, like takes turns at like 90 miles an hour. And puts the AC on full blast at like 3 in the morning. So
takes you the scenic route. There you go. Well, that's awesome. Is there a difference as Costello gets a 1-2, puts it into center field? And you went to LSU. You started your career as a hitter. You've made the transition to pitching now. Do you miss hitting at all, or you wish you could still swing it? I don't know if they let you swing away in the minor leagues. I know you're in the White Sox organization, so I don't know how that works. I know playing with you here at Cal State San Marcos, I got to see you take some BP rounds and hit a couple out. But do you miss hitting at all?
Oh yeah, I miss it all the time. I mean, I wish we were in a National League team, because when you're on National League in Double-A, you can start hitting as a pitcher. But unfortunately, we're American League and still get DH for. But you know, I still keep the bat around since my brother is a hitter. So you know, I take some swings in the cage with him every now and then.
You gotta stay fresh with the stick. And the White Sox have had a busy off season. Is that something that during season, you know, is there talk with the minor league club and big league club as far as if guys get acquisitions, stuff like that? Do you guys hear any word of you getting traded or anything like that through your organization at all?
No, not really. I mean, like trade-wise, I mean, even getting moved up, you don't hear anything. I mean, your manager doesn't really hear anything until after the game. He either has a voicemail or a text on his phone saying, hey, like this player's been traded, he's been moved up, and then he tells you, and then that's pretty much it. And then you leave either that night or that morning to your new affiliate or team. So it's pretty much all in the down low except for the GM and the head of minor leagues.
Yeah, gotcha. You had a pretty stellar career here at Cal State San Marcos, a 16-6 record through 179 1/3 innings, 2.46 ERA as you were the team ace. Both years you were here, 2012 and 2013. Is there any memorable moments or anything you miss about either of those years? What you did to kind of get yourself ready, as it's a pickoff attempt that gets away from the first baseman, allows Dylan Costello to move over to second base as he's in scoring position. But as far as, I don't know, I mean, your 2012 year at a 2.89 ERA, and you came right back with a 2.02. Was there anything you worked on, or pitch-wise, getting yourself prepared, knowing that you were becoming draft eligible and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, 2012 was pretty much my first year ever starting, so I didn't really know how to go deep into games. Like after the 4th, 5th inning, I'd start getting tired, wouldn't know how to deal with it. And then in 2013, I kind of prepared for it more, worked more on my accuracy and developing a third pitch, and then I think that helped big time. And then, you know, team-wise, 2013, I miss all the time. You know, we were ranked, I think, 3rd in the nation at one point.
Yeah.
And you know, it was just a fun team to be around. We had a bunch
of
different characters, and
started 9-1 or 11-1. You guys had an incredible start. I remember that.
Yeah, I think we were like 24-3 at one point.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Well, it's Tyler Place at the plate, 1 out. Dylan Costello on second base. He got the inning started with a base hit as Place takes a ball down low. A 2-1 count as we've reached the bottom half of the 5th inning. We are expecting rain. So after this half inning, it will be a complete game, and the Cougars hoping to hold on to this lead. As Tyler Place ahead in the count at 2-1. As he taps this one towards the right side, it's a diving effort. He knocks it down, not going to have a play on it. As Costello moves over to third, and it's a base hit for Tyler Place. L.A. Gamo digs in. Runners on the corner. We're live with James Dykstra. As Castro going to have to work out of the stretch. Now runners on the corners with just one out. In this situation, I know that you had a devastating slider and changeup that could get anyone out. Is that kind of what you're trying to do here with runners on the corner, one out, keep the ball down and let your defense work for you? Yeah, well here, I mean, the best scenario is a ground ball double play. I mean, as a hitter, he's trying to elevate something, you know, sac fly that guy in, especially with one out. So you're just trying to work down, you know. Now that he just stole second, I mean, there's a base open at first, so you try to just work down. You know, don't give him anything too good to hit. And it was Tyler Place taking second base on that pitch. So now runners on second and third for San Marcos. You have an open base here, as you said. That definitely has to play a factor, as the infield has moved back a little bit. And now with an open base, you're ahead in the count, so you can be a little more careful. I assume, I would take, is that your take on it as well? Yeah, exactly. I mean, once you're ahead in the count, especially with the base open, you know, you can work the corners more, you know, couple inches off the plate here and there, see if they'll swing, because you got some room to work with. As far as your season coming up, have they talked to you whether you're going to be a starter, reliever, what their long-term goal is? Is that kind of stuff they talk about with you, or how does that work? Yeah, during spring training they'll have a meeting with everyone there. They've already told me that I'm going to be a starter this season again, and I mean that's what they expect me to be in the long run, and hopefully I can keep it up and still be a starter in the major leagues. And that's, I mean, like you said, in 2012, that was your first season actually starting, where you made 14 starts. Actually incredible. You have 7 career complete games, one of those a shutout here at San Marcos, so didn't take you very long to get acquitted to that starter role, huh? Is that credit to your training or mindset? What do you credit that to? I think it's a little both. I mean, every time I get on that mound, I expect to be in their entire game. You know, I don't expect to get taken out at all. That's my game. I started it. I want to finish it. And also a credit to the, you know, conditioning, the running, and all that. Just the work you put in. Yeah, prepare my body to, you know, handle nine innings or so. As Gamo lifts this one into right field, we'll see if it's deep enough to bring in Dylan Costello. The throw's cut off. Look to be on target. It's cut off by the first baseman Reynoso, and it's a sac fly RBI for L.A. Gamo. A good at bat, as the Cougars add on to their lead now and lead it 2-0 as the rain starts to fall here in San Marcos. As Dylan Costello got the inning started with a base hit, comes around to score, and now with 2 outs, Stefan Milutinovic digging in. And James, since you got started starting, did you pick up any more pitches? I know as a reliever you can get away with just, as Milutinovic lines this one past the third baseman, it's going to be a 2-out RBI base hit for Milutinovic. But as I was asking you, James, is it, since you moved into the starter role, did you have to come up with another pitch? I know out of the pen maybe you can be a 2-pitch guy, but it's tough to get away with just 2 pitches, especially at the next level. How was that transition, or how did that go? Yeah, I mean, I definitely added some pitches. I mean, when I was at LSU as a reliever, I was basically just a fastball slider guy. And then when I got here, I developed a changeup. As Benson lifts this one into deep right center field, this one's going to get down, rounding second, heading for third. Art Warren's going to round Milutinovic as Benson left off second base, didn't know where to go. He comes back. And just like that, it's a 2-out RBI double for Brandon Benson, as they add another one on here in the 5th inning, the 3rd run of the inning. And James, we could have kept you around longer. Good luck for these Cougars, as they're starting to swing the bat here in the 5th inning, as they now take the lead 4-0. But I didn't mean to cut you off there. You were talking about the extra pitches you had to learn, and if you could give us maybe an explanation which ones you had to pick up and how that went.
Yeah, but like I was saying, you know, I developed the changeup. You know, I got that third pitch when I was here at San Marcos. So mainly, you know, last season I was fastball, slider, changeup, which works pretty well. But you know, in this off season, I developed a cutter. You know, just add another pitch, just another variety of the fastball to keep left-handed hitters off balance, and you know, so that's what one thing I've learned is, you know, more pitches better, because even with 3, if one's not working that day, then you're down to 2. So
exactly,
you're basically just a reliever being a pitcher now, so starting pitcher now.
Yeah.
It's just the more you have, the better, just in case something's not working that day.
Is the cutter something you knew maybe going into the off season that you wanted to work on? As we're going to have a 2-out balk here, as Brandon Benson's going to come in to score, forces the balk. The Cougars now take the lead 5-0. But as I was saying,
but yeah, this off season, you know, I just started messing around with the grips a little bit. You know, I was talking to my brother, who's a left-handed hitter in AAA, who's now with the Tampa Bay Rays, and he was just saying, you know, one thing that he struggles with is a cutter from a right-handed pitcher that moves into him. So, you know, I was just messing around with him, learning how to throw it, you know, talking to him on when he doesn't like to hit it, when he's not expecting it, you know, try to get the left-handed hitters perception on it, and you know, I think it's going to be a good pitch for me this year. That's
awesome, and I mean, not a bad guy to ask and have the luxury to ask. Is your brother Alan was what was he, a top 10 pick, 3rd overall?
Yeah, he was a first rounder, I think the 23rd overall to the Padres.
That's awesome. Out of Wake Forest?
Yes.
That's cool. So both D1 athletes in the Dykstra family. As you said, Alan's playing where now?
With the Tampa Bay Rays. He's in a big league spring training right now.
As he was with the Mets organization before that?
Yes.
Nice. Very cool. We're in a 2-0 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Ray Patchen at the plate. The Cougars have extended that lead to 5-0 as they've gone for 4 runs here. Not done yet as the 2-0 missing up top, and the count goes to 3-0. Once again, we're live with James Dykstra, the ex-Cougar, as he's in the White Sox organization. That one taken out of the zone, and a 2-out walk for Ray Patchen, and it'll bring up Denny Vigo. With Castro, I'm not sure if you picked it up, but had that balk that brought in Brandon Benson. Do you think maybe that's mental, just getting lackadaisical out there? What is that? I mean,
yeah, I think he was probably just frustrated just from giving up that double, and I mean, he's given up 4 runs this here in this bottom half, so I think he's just frustrated and just lost it a little bit mentally for a second and twitched. And the Cougar is able to take advantage, and leading at 5-0 is 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Better than Grace University's no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. As we're in the bottom of the 5th, taking off from first base is Patchen. Now he's caught in no man's land, gonna try for head for second base, slides in safely. So a weird play there. I'm not sure what the play call was, but Patchen took off and then just stopped. Was picked off of first base, and they're unable to execute, and Patchen with a stolen base now with 2 outs. So it's important now for Castro to hold that runner at second base. This inning's already gotten away from you, as the count's even, 1 ball, 1 strike. And big Denny Vigo at the plate. A big cut on the fastball as it goes to 1-2. You see a hitter take a cut like that, now you have 2 strikes on him. You challenge him with the fastball, thinking maybe he's thinking off speed now since you took a good cut on the fastball, or what are you thinking here? When a hitter puts a good hack like that, you know, it normally means he's comfortable with you. He's seeing your pitch as well, and he knows that you're frustrated. So especially when you're ahead in the count like that, you know, you kind of want to throw a little bit in on him, maybe waste a pitch, just back him off the plate, you know, get his feet a little moving so he has to reset, you know, step out of the box. But right there, he did a good job. He made him chase the curveball, but I would have done that after the brush back pitch.
All right, well, thank you very much, James. Once again, James Dykstra of the Chicago White Sox, an ex-Cougar, on the air with us. We thank you very much, James, and good luck. We'll be following you all year long.
Thank you, Seth. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. As the Cougars get 4 here in the 5th, we head to the top of the 6th. San Marcos leading 5-0.